There we go. All right, you guys. So people will jump. Actually, let me turn off those dings so they are not. Or Cash, can you turn them off? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Am I frozen? Hello, hello.
You breaking up a little bit, but we can hear you now.
Okay, y'all can hear me. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna open up in prayer and jump right on in it. And y'all just let me know if y'all can't hear me. So, Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for this space. I thank you for these emerging leaders. God, I thank you for the leaders that are already here. God, I thank you for how even the people who will be watching this later, and just pray that there is something that wakes up inside of them and they understand what they have their hands on and that they have to steward this well in order to go to the next level. So, God, we thank you. We honor you. I just pray that what I'm saying today falls on good ground. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, you guys. So, welcome. This will not be long, okay? We can do a part two for sure, but I am gonna get through. I may because I'm not gonna rush it, but around like 7:20, I'll stop and answer questions regardless of how far we've gotten. So, just a little introduction for those of you guys who have no idea who I am. I am your Ambassador Diamond. Most of you guys do know who I am, but I am your Ambassador Diamond. My name is Rachel Wiggum. Okay. Do you not want me to? Okay. My name is Rachel Wiggum. And why it works, guys. I decided to join It Works, of course, for the extra income, but I've been here for 10 years, so it's not about joining for extra income anymore. I love our mission. I love the fact that I get to talk about Jesus whenever I want to, all day. I love that my job is to become better at myself and growing in my relationship with Christ. I love our products. I love the integrity of our products. I love how the products do my body, how the products do my family. I love that they're natural plant-based products. It's just a blessing. So I love everything about It Works. I love what we stand for. I love the integrity. It's just so much that I love about It Works that I feel like It Works is me. You get what I'm saying? Like it just falls in lines with my values and my morals. And I absolutely love it. So outside of the money, it's so much more than that because it aligns with who I am. I am an ambassador diamond, which is the top rank in the company, but I've also went double diamond 2.0. What happens is when you go ambassador, they give you the opportunity to start all over again for free. Okay. And I opened up my new account and my new account has went double. We are reloading double this month. Come on, 2.0. And my plan is to go triple diamond 2.0 next month. Okay. I'm a wife to Brian. That's my lovely husband right there. We've been married for 9 years next month. And then we have four children: Zoe, Zayden, Zaire, and Trey. Trey's 16 in college. Zoe's 1 year old, runs our house. We have a 3-year-old named Zaire, who is our little fire, okay? And then Zayden, he is just so sweet and intelligent. It's my man. I was a previous children's mental health case manager, so it's always good to know where you came from. I have a master's in professional counseling, as you can see down there, a bachelor's in psychology. And when I found this business, or this business found me, I was actually a children's mental health case manager, which is a master's level position. And so I used to work with children who had mental health problems. I would take them to everything. Okay, I would have to pick them up. I would go see them at school. I was a part of their IEP plans. I would take them to drug treatment if need be. I would take them everything. Okay, I just all aspects of their life. I was there to assist with that. So that was my previous background. So today, what are we going to focus on? What are we going to talk about? Business basics. So the basics of building your business, posting, relationship building. That's important. Team building, social media, how to build relationships on social media and outside of social media, partying, charting. We'll talk about charting. We'll talk about PMF, and then of course I'll offer the opportunity for questions. Sorry, I gotta move this out the way because it's in the way, and pull up my chat box so that I can see if y'all saying anything. Awesome. All right, guys. And I still can't see. Wow, I got all this stuff in the way. Sorry, y'all. Oops. All right. So this is a quote that I liked about being an entrepreneur. It says the critical ingredient is getting off your butt and doing something. It's as simple as that. A lot of people have ideas, but there are few who decide to do something about them now, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. The true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer. Somebody drop in the comments, I'm a doer. I'm a doer, because I think a lot of people struggle with this because it's a lot of thoughts, especially their greens. Oh my God, if y'all know, you know. I love y'all, but man, I am a doer. I am a doer, not a dreamer, but you are a doer. And so it's all about actually doing stuff, not necessarily thinking about the stuff that you want to do. And so let's talk about some business basics. Self accountability. Self accountability. I'm a green doer. I love it. Self accountability. Guys, this is a big thing. I'm going to give you guys an example. I woke up this morning and I'm dealing with the transition when it comes to my kids and their schedule. And I normally go spin on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go to boot camp on Fridays. It's like my normal. So those are 3 times that I'm absolutely always normally going to work out, period. Those 3 days for sure. And because of my kids' schedule, I'm trying to figure it out. And this morning I got up and the time just was not timing the way that I needed it to time. But I had to make a decision that I was going to hold myself accountable and go to my workout regardless of what time I got there. I didn't need anybody to say, hey, Rachel, you need to go work out today. I didn't need somebody to say, hey, Rachel, you need to send messages today. Hey, Rachel, reach out to the people on your chart. You have to have self-accountability when it comes to leadership, when it comes to every aspect of your life, because how you do anything is how you do everything. And so you're going to have to find some internal motivators or things that inspire you to get things done. So you're going to have to have that self accountability. Also, so even for me, for example, so looking at my charts upstairs, if I'm looking at my chart, my goal is to connect with every single person on my chart. If my chart is empty, my goal is to fill my chart. Your goal is either to fill your chart or to connect with everyone on there. Period. Fill the chart, connect with everybody on there. Fill the chart, connect with everybody on there. And so when I'm looking at my chart and I see the boxes that still need to be closed, or people who have not hit 400 or whatever it is the goal is when it comes to my chart, then, and I get it, because let me say this. What happens is, sorry, I'm bringing this back up so I can see her. What happens is, sometimes it's like, well, how many guys, drop a 1 in the comments if you've heard, like, you help other people get what they want, you get what you want. How many of y'all have heard that? Yeah, that is true. It's very true. But ultimately, you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. Let's just say this. I desire to go, okay, let's use triple diamond 2.0. I desire to go triple diamond 2. Actually, let me make it more practical for you guys. I desire to buy my son a vehicle. And I actually have a goal now. Like, I have a date that I want to buy it, and I know what car I want to buy. Okay? I have a date. I have an amount, right? And I know the car that I want to buy. Do you think that when I get up every single day, I am only focused on what my team wants? Absolutely not. Do you know why? Anybody know why? Anybody want to take a stab at why?
I was gonna say, because the things that you want motivate you to keep going versus the things that they want motivate them to keep going.
I mean, that's a good answer. For me personally, it's because I can't control what you want, nor can I control your intensity of what you desire. I can't control none of that. You can say you want the remote, but you got to get your butt up and go get it. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? You just be sitting on the couch and be like, oh, I want to change the channel. But you just sit there and watch what's on TV. Anybody, now y'all know, most of y'all, everybody did it in their life before. You don't want to get up and get the remote, so you don't get up and you get the remote. But I can control my intensity. I can control my desire every single day. So yeah, my goal is, I know that when I help you get what you want, then I get what I want. Now, here's the biggest thing with leadership. A lot of people want things, y'all, but they're not willing to get up and go get it. They don't understand. They've never been a closer. They've never been a finisher. They've never been a person that fights. They're never they would get cut from the basketball team and just say okay. Where somebody like me would be going to the coach like, all right, explain this to me, cause I wasn't slow on my suicides. I got a little jumper. Like, is it my attitude? Like, explain to me why I didn't make the team. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know I have that type of intensity. So what is the level of your intensity when it comes to your own personal accountability, which will bleed on to your team? Hopefully that makes sense. So things that you want to go through with basics is a welcome email. If you do not most people don't have it. I'm going to just say straight up. Most people do not have the most current welcome email that the leadership is using. So if you want to text me, you can text me your email address and I will email you the most current one that I am using. Or you can ask your diamond leader what email that they are using or whatever. But that initial connect is really important. And I still have my welcome email from when I started back in 2013. It's a place for resources. It's a place that spells things out for them, A, B, and C, so that they can know how to get started and the best way to get started. The game plan checklist is attached to my welcome email. And then, of course, after I talk through the game plan checklist, then we're going into the newbie launch. So after we talk through the game plan checklist, then we can go into the newbie launch. I'll do some type of, because they kind of walk through the same things, which is pretty cool. So it's layers to that. Yeah. And then the quick start program. So this is a building basics. And I'm going to tell y'all this only because I had some conversations with some of the top leaders about the quick start program. Okay. Quick start program. Do what you got to do, man. Like straight up. If your goal is to help your distributor make it, and the way the company has it right now is they have to enroll 4 and 1 and y'all both get 150, excuse me, that y'all both get 150. Well, then that's y'all goal. Does that make, that's you and the person's goal. So ultimately their website is your website for the next 3 months. Does that make sense? You want to help them, and as you help them, it helps you. Now, you can go after the unlimited $50 bonuses. Now, if you're within your first 3 months and you're saying that you want to walk in the leadership place, then you need to get as many of the 150s through your own personal account because you're still within your quick start period. And that's until they switch it up, and preferably they switch that up soon. But that's your goal. So you sign a new distributor, ultimately your goal is to help them do 4 and a friend. And then hourly calendar, it's a non-negotiable, y'all. Our hourly calendar it's a non-negotiable. It is a non-negotiable. It's a non-negotiable. You have to have an hourly calendar to tell your time where to go, because if you don't tell your time where to go, you will be all over the place. The team calendar, having the online events or the events that may be in your city. If you are new, you're the only person in your city, you can start events in your town. You start events in your town and make it a priority to be there. I was talking to somebody earlier and just talking about how they had to do something and that's why they weren't going to an event. And I was like, yeah, absolutely not. Because if your job told you that you had to be at something, you would grudgingly go do it. So this is something that you have to willingly go make the sacrifice to do it and to show up. Show up, like you show up to go up. And so it's important. And so that goes into events, things like green carpet. Yes, the green carpet will be a sacrifice for most. It will be. Conference will be a sacrifice for most. It will be, but I promise you it'll be transformational. I promise you it'll change your whole life. It'll change your business. It'll change your perspective. There is nothing like being in the room. I promise you. And I'm telling you, this upcoming green carpet is going to be like nothing that you've ever experienced before, regardless of how long that you've been in this business. Host to post. It is the foundation of, it's the foundation of our era. Let me say that. I won't say it's the foundation of your business because there's so many different ways to build, but host to post is the foundation of your air, which means that I can be nursing my baby and get up 5 to 10 host to posts. Now, as it kind of takes me through, if you've ever heard of blitzing, which is giving somebody your business card and introducing them to the business or to the products. I used to do something called phantom blitzing, which was just leaving my business cards or my blitz cards in different places, and I will always say that was it was stupid. Like, it was legit stupid, because I'm leaving my business card and they may pick it up, they may not, it may end up in the trash, I don't get a contact. Like, I'm like, absolutely not. I'm putting my blitz card in somebody's hand, and then to make it even better, I'm getting their information. And that just comes with boldness, right? Being in a bold place where you desire to connect and you don't have time to waste. And so think about when it comes to I just lost my train of thought. The boldness with, oh Jesus, what was I just talking about? oh. It'll come back to me. So either way, Host the Post is the foundation. It's the foundation. Oh, that's what I was talking about. If somebody is first starting out, like that gives them the opportunity until they become bold. That's where I was going. Until they become bold enough to pick up the phone and start calling. So some of y'all, we've been pushing y'all to that. Like, until they're that bold, Host the Post is a great way for them to start building their network and to also start connecting with new people. It's a great way for anybody. Now, eventually we get to the place where it's like, I'm just finna ask and be bold and be hungry. I'm finna ask and be bold and be hungry. And then y'all, personal development, it's a non-negotiable. It is. I promise you, I could have anybody unmute right now and I could tell you whether you're doing personal and spiritual development. Like, from jump. You can, when somebody opens up their mouth, you can I'm telling you, somebody who's been doing personal development for years, you can immediately tell whether they are doing personal and spiritual development. And it's crazy because I talked to somebody this earlier today, and she was like, wow, like you really seem to be insightful and, like, just really deep thinking and, shift perspectives and able to see things from different angles. And that comes from my personal development. You don't get a power to shift. You don't get a pivot game unless you have personal and spiritual development and are able to look and see things differently. Any questions about any of this? And you can unmute if you need to. All right. So let's talk about posting, and then I guess we're just getting started, huh? All right, let's see. I got a PDT calling me right now to sign up. Tell her after this training. All right, there we go. So posting, y'all. Posting is not asking, but posting is important. Posting when you have to be consistent. It's not legalist. Like, if you don't post, oh my God, like, but you want to be consistent, because I'll tell you, as somebody who may follow somebody, if they don't post consistently, they kind of lose my attention. And that doesn't mean that you have to be glued to your phone all the time, but you do want to share and make your presence known. You want to be optimistic. Nothing negative should ever, I don't care if you just saying you are a business owner, nothing negative should ever be on your page. And then stop sharing people's stuff. Y'all, I have never seen people share so much stuff in my life. When you are sharing someone else's thoughts, you need to share it as yourself, not directing them to somebody else's page. And I tell people all the time, if you really want somebody to see that, like, your Facebook people do not care about that. Like, go send that to your cousin now. I do share stuff to people, but it don't be on my page, okay? I'm sending in DM to my friends and being like, ha, 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 ha. I'm not sending that on my page. Like, I don't want that to be a representation of who I am. And when you are sharing stuff on your page, it is a representation of yourself. So there are 5 different types of posts. You have the lifestyle posts. You have product posts. So lifestyle post is actually the most important posting that you have. Come on. is the most important posting that you have. This would include your own personal product testimonies, use business things. You guys, it could be what you're learning for the day. It could be something from your personal and spiritual development. Like lifestyle post is the most important because people buy you, not product. People buy you, not product. Always remember that. Then number 2 is product posts. So this is the testers needed, gummies, whatever, slim down your waist, all of that. Opportunity posts. These are other people's stories and successes. And this is something we're going to do more of, sharing their stories. And y'all, a brand new distributor has a success story. They do. They do. A brand new distributor has a success story because they started a business. They did. They said yes. They invested the money and they are hopeful for something. And so don't negate success stories regardless of what your team looks like. Of course, you can pull things from the squad, but I guarantee you, you have a success story as well as the people on your team. And then stories, putting things in your stories. And of course, reels, which getting into that game, you can copy and paste, y'all. I'm telling you. You can copy and paste. Do not overthink reels. If you overthink reels, do not scroll on reels. Just go to my page, go to Robin's, Brittany's page. I don't know. Anybody who you know, Keisha, whoever you know is doing actual business content, go and just copy the exact same thing that they are doing. Period. Don't scroll for no content. I go to Tiara Tilly's page and grab content. Do what you got to do, like just to copy and paste. You could change the song if you want to do the reels. And we do have reels training on my YouTube page as well. And then you want to always make sure that you are posting public. Make sure you are posting public. So I'm going to end with this quote. Man, this is short. You know, I'm used to be talking for an hour. Okay. What is going on? I'm going to end with this quote on this evening by Dale Carnegie. If you have not read any of his books, you need to, okay? You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by by trying to get other people interested in you. And I'm gonna tell you guys, this is the number one thing that helps me when it comes to prospecting. When I am talking to people, I want to know all about your entire life. Like, I really do. I want to know how many kids you got, how old is your kid. Like the girl I'm about to sign up, her baby was sick last night, but we went through. She has a 1-year-old. She's a single mom. She's in the hurricane area. So we just been talking about everything, because the more I can be interested in her, the more she'll care about what it is that I have to even say to her or what I have to do. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's the exact same thing when it comes to your team. So we will go into part 2, but I want to open the floor just with the little bit that was shared here today. Are there any questions that you guys may have about anything when it comes to walking in your leadership, like actually finding that space and walking in that place of leadership? How about this? Somebody got to ask a question before we hop up off of here. So somebody ask something.
Do you have any tips for like ways to start the dialogue? To try to, I guess, to make it more comfortable when you're asking like strangers, trying to get more to like connect to them with, like, just like, is it just like random things, or should it be like more like try to focus on things you see on their page, like just kind of like something like that?
So I don't prospect like that unless I like them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just hitting people up, like, unless it's just sending messages. And then if they reply and they're engaging, then I may go look at their page and see. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a green question. I love that. But I promise you're overthinking it. Yeah. So from a green mindset, because I am red green mindset is, if they engage with me, then we go there. Yeah. Go ahead, Tiana. You muted.
So with the happy birthday post or not post, we get post. So is it better to post to their wall happy birthday or send them a more personal message of happy birthday? Because I've been doing both.
You always want to send happy birthdays in the inbox.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions? I'm gonna tell you one of the best ways to connect with your team is to make them your bestie. Bestie with boundaries. I'm just saying. Besties with boundaries. You know how you had them people at work that you like, but when you leave work you don't like them. I'm not saying do that to your team, but you know y'all don't hang out for real in real life, only at work. I'm not saying that. Hopefully y'all hear me, but y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not saying be fake, but you know you do really like them at work. Like y'all cool, but y'all don't
Like
have
your work husband. Like
Huh?
your work husband. Like I used to have this guy at work that I hung out with at work. He was my work husband. That's what I called him. Because we hung out and everything, but we didn't hang out in real life. He was just somebody I talked to. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
so
would call, I would call him my work husband because I would ask him all kinds of stuff that I would normally ask my husband. I said, come in here and do this for me and do this for me, do this for me. Yeah. So.
Yeah, like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when you're in this space, they should really feel connected to you, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that hopefully that makes sense. That was good, Bashania. That exactly like that. Yes. And that's how it is. Let your walls down when you are having those conversations, but then always maintain your boundaries so that you can still feel safe at home. That should make sense. All right. Anybody else? I think at this point right now, if you are making a decision that you want to lead other people, you have to decide that you're already a leader. Like you have to make up in your mind that I already am a leader. Like I am. Like I'm already legit. I just have to learn the tools and skills that I need to learn. But because of my willingness, I'm already on point. And that's just being kind to yourself. And I think a lot of times what happens is, you know, we're going through this Become a Better You, and it's been so freaking good. Okay? So good. But I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things is like, if you're not kind to yourself, you don't even know how to be kind to other people. You don't. You have no idea. And so if you are struggling with being kind to your team or to your potentials and really connecting, maybe you need to look at yourself and kind of just say, hey, like it was what somebody said, somebody said something today, and I said, just be you. Just be you. Just be you. Even if you are an introvert, you are still you. I'm so sick of people talking about they introverts. Like in real life, I'm an introvert. I am. In real life. In real life. It's so funny. I was having a conversation with somebody. I didn't even tell y'all what we were saying, but in real life, I am a homebody. Get me with my kids and my family, and I am good. But that's not an excuse to not connect to people. People use that as an excuse. All that an introvert means is that you have to fill your cup in order to deal with people. So if you are struggling to connect with people, it's because your cup is empty. Extroverts get their cup filled by people. They just need to make sure that they're around the right people. But introverts have to fill their cup with their solitude in order to be able to give to other people. So if you're struggling to give to other people, you need to fill your freaking cup. And that's the personal spiritual development. That's the doing the puzzles. And listen, that's content. Just make it content. Make it content. That's putting up your phone and recording. I don't care how awkward you feel. Awkwardly record it. And it'll just become a little more or less awkward to everybody. Okay? All right, go ahead, Tiana, and then we get off here.
when we interact with potential PMs and DTs and things like that, do you recommend that we ask them, how are you doing? And like not necessarily get nosy, but you know what I mean? Like really dive into them and who they are, what they're going through. Because sometimes I get people talking about like, I broke my foot, or my son is being bad, and I don't know if we should engage in that
Mhm.
because I don't want it to take away from what I want to share with them, but I don't want to,
I mean, you can
like,
be regular, but why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a background in psychology and all of that. I'm pretty sure that's most of y'all. That's not your background. You know what I'm saying?
no.
Like, you know why I'm here. Oh, you broke your foot. Well, I just pray that you are resting and healing that foot up, girl. Now about these greens.
Okay.
I'm serious. I'm being very. Like, I am being very honest with you. Like, girl, is it ice? Like, put them ice on it, girl. Like, make sure you can be elevating. Now, these greens gonna help you get some energy. Like, I'm not finna stop the fact that I'm here just because you got something going on. Because at the end of the day, and this is the thing I have to talk to myself about all the time, bro. You on your phone? I don't want to hear none of that. You on Facebook? We can talk. Now if they give me pushback, all right, I'm gonna fall back. But if they don't, baby, you gonna get this next script. Like, okay, it's 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, and hey, it's not that hurting that bad that they not on their phone. They not sleep.
Right.
So that's not my. I don't get distracted by that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, we will do this again real soon. Maybe next Tuesday evening. I got to get the calendar out to you guys. Y'all finish the month strong. Y'all finish strong. Finish strong. Take the next step. 400 Club, Executive, close your four and a friend. Ruby, like finish strong, y'all. Start calling your contacts. I just figured out, y'all, you could sell 3-day samples of the super greens or any of the products for $15-$20 because they're BOGO and make a nice profit and bring in that extra volume to close boxes. So y'all, like legit, be strategic, close the boxes, be a closer, be a finisher. I'm gonna pray and we're gonna hop off of here. And yay, hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we just thank you. We honor you for being our King. We thank you for these emerging leaders. We thank you for the leaders that have already emerged, God, as they're going to the next level. God, I thank you that this Black Diamond team is rising up like never before. And so, God, I pray that that's something I said today was something that they could implement even tonight concerning their team, concerning their business, to take things to the next level. So, God, we honor you and we thank you. And until we meet next time, and by the time we meet next time, God, I just pray that something shifts in the midst of all their businesses. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. Bye.